Today we're making the ultimate keto mozzarella sticks. These are not just your normal mozzarella sticks. These are crab rangoon mozzarella sticks, and they're keto. Did I mention they're keto? So I don't know if it's just my algorithm lately or if all of you guys are experiencing this too, but like crab rangoon is probably the thing I see the most on my feed. I don't know why.
It's just you.
Really?
Well, I see them too, but maybe not as much as you.
I follow influencers, or I see them on my feed, who only eat crab rangoon. They drive around the city of Chicago and try all the different crab rangoons. I feel like I'm missing out. I saw a recipe that I just definitely wanted to try today, and that's what we're gonna do. And it combines a mozzarella stick with a crab rangoon, and we're gonna be making a keto. We like to call ourselves the Keto Twins Test Kitchen because we don't know if these things are gonna work. But we have a 90% failure rate, not failure rate. And the other 10% are still edible. So I count that as 100.
Okay, maybe it'd be like 90 or 9%, and then there's 1% that we stop the video and you never see it.
Right. So if we completely fail, like it's inedible, we just stop the video and we go home.
And cry about it.
And cry. And I've tried to do that several times, like mid-video, and then Sarah stops me. She reassures me. So
but there are times when she drove away screaming.
Yeah.
So.
That's only happened like twice or 3 times out of like 500 videos that we've made, so. And the sponsor of this video is Element. So as you guys know, Sarah and I have been drinking Element every single day since 2020 because we love the way it tastes and the way it makes us feel on our keto lifestyle. That's because when you go into ketosis, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, having muscle cramps or nausea, and we call that the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Sarah and I really do like all of the flavors of Element, but we have our favorites. The grapefruit salt and the citrus salt, you need to try them. They are so good. Right now you can get a free 8-count sample pack of Element's most popular drink mix flavors with any purchase. Just go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. Find your favorite flavor or share some with a friend. So we take inspiration from all across the internet, and that's kind of what we teach, not even teach, that's what we're showing you on our channel is like, just because you don't think that you can eat something, that's not always true. Sometimes you just need to like make a little change here and there, and you can turn it keto. So the recipe that I saw was by Big Eat. This recipe is like a year old, but it's for the crab rangoon mozzarella sticks, and they look legit.
They look divine.
And he uses things like regular breadcrumbs. We're not gonna be using that. We're gonna be using pork panko, but the innards, the cheesy part, that's all gonna be keto. We can have that. What you're gonna be needing is cream cheese, mozzarella cheese, some spices, some crab meat. Where's the crab meat?
It's draining right now.
Oh. We're gonna be using canned crab meat. I don't wanna hear the booing. I don't want to pay $18 for it, okay? And you know what? If you eat crab rangoon on a not daily basis, if you've ever tried crab rangoon, you would know that most of the time they're not even using real crab. They're using faux crab, which is fish, which I can't have. I have fish intolerance, and this is why we're telling you guys, so just because we're using this doesn't mean that you can't use faux crab meat, although faux crab meat does have carbs in it. So if you want to use lump, use lump. If you want to use faux, use faux. If you want to use crab, use crab. And I said it already, but we're gonna be using these pork rind crumbs. If you don't want to use pork panko, you can use lupin flour. You can use keto bread that you turn into breadcrumbs. Just don't be so attached to the exact recipe and say, you know what could I use?
Yeah.
And then we are going to be making a little sweet and sour sauce because I need a sauce. Some people were like, oh, use a soy sauce for crab rangoon. Come on.
No.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start making the actual body of the mozzarella stick, the innards. To a bowl, add softened cream cheese, 8 ounces. To that, we're gonna add our lumped crab meat. If you wanna use more than this is 4.25 ounces of drained crab meat. You could add more. We're gonna add 1/4 of a cup of green onion, teaspoon of salt, pepper, about a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder.
Yeah, that is
kind of stuck.
I don't know why onion powder does that. Kind of clumps over time.
Splash of soy sauce. You can use tamari. You could use whatever.
Coconut.
Aminos.
Aminos.
I know. I like to say that because it bothers people. And then whatever this is, Worcestershire sauce. You know, I spoke this into Chat GPT and it knew what I was saying. So
I win.
I win, exactly. We're gonna mix this all together. It should, oh, we forgot, gotta have mozzarella. So we're gonna put about a cup. Mix it until it's combined. That's it. That's what you have to do. It's not easy. It's like tap on the spoon. I don't wanna like squish it because we're using lumbo.
What are we using?
Jumbo lump.
What?
You know, I do that all the time. I combine words.
I do that too.
Why?
Your brain is working faster than...
No, I don't think my brain's working at all.
Yeah.
Right. So for this recipe, we're gonna be wanting to freeze it. He uses a pretty big pan, but since we have the recipe, we're gonna be using this small container. We lined it with a little bit of parchment paper, and we're gonna load up this. A little bit of olive oil. That. So it sticks nice.
Be careful.
What do you mean?
I don't know,
careful?
like drop it on the floor or something.
It's not an egg, it's a lump of cream cheese. Sarah wanted to use a different container. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I just want it to be smaller.
I rebuffed her.
How are you gonna, so you're gonna fry that as a giant one? That's
No,
okay.
We're gonna cut it, silly. Into the freezer it goes for 1 hour. We're gonna get ready with our, we're gonna start making our sauce. So for this sauce, we've been making this for a long time. You can use a lot of different things to make it, but we find it easiest to just use some keto-friendly apricot jam. This is by Good, but you know, if you have one that's sweetened with Splenda, I think, what is it called? Smucker's makes one. This is the one that we're gonna be using because this is the one we could get. You need about, I don't know, a couple tablespoons for a little bit of spice. You'll see a lot of times sweet and sour sauce has like the little pepper flakes in it. You could use red pepper flakes if you want, or you could use chili crisp. Use less, I would say, than you think that you need. Unless you like it spicy. Doesn't look like enough, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. Then we're going to add some water to thin it out, and then add some green onions in there. Doesn't that look like a really good dipping sauce? Mm-hmm. So our crab rangoonies have been in the freezer setting for about an hour. And so we're gonna get started with our dredging stations. Shout out to Mom for buying us these dredging trays. They're awesome. We're gonna go with almond flour with spices, eggs with spices, probably, and then pork panko with spices, and then into our avocado oil. The creator of the recipe originally, he uses like a deep fryer. We don't want to use that much oil because we're using avocado oil and it's expensive, so we typically shallow fry it, and that saves on the oil. We're gonna add garlic to our stations into the pork panko, into here, and into there. Pepper and salt.
I feel like when you're making something like this, you might as well make like our chicken tenders or something too with this, because it's like a lot of work to like set up the station. You might as well make a whole meal out of fried stuff. I just feel like this process, it's like a lot to do, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a treat.
Okay. You could just eat it like this. Why not?
Bake it.
Let's just do down the center.
Okay.
And then in half. And then each one of these in half.
It's gonna be a long stick. I mean, careful. You're not cutting them straight at all, so they're more like wedges. Try to cut it straighter.
I am.
Look. You know why you're not looking? Look at it. Look at it like that. You're not.
Excuse me.
You're cutting it like this from this way, and it's really, you should be looking like this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to cut them in half.
Jeez.
Okay. Why don't you pull up your sleeves? Well, I just don't want you complaining about getting crab rangoon on your cashmere sweater. Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty long. Whoa.
Yeah. So
into here, into here, into here. Here we are.
So we're gonna do all of these, and then they're gonna go into the freezer for a little bit longer, right?
Right.
Here are fish sticks.
They do look like fish sticks.
Do you want to talk about? You didn't say anything. You're just... The oil is at 350. Emily's going to start lowering them slowly, and we're just going to start frying them up. I think we should start with a few at a time. And we're just going to wait for them to become golden.
How am I going to turn it?
Just turn it like a normal person. Okay, one down.
Moly. This one's exploding. Darn it! I made a boo-boo. What can I say? Sarah was right.
Wait, say it again.
Oh, Sarah's like, say that again.
Yeah, say it again for sure.
Sarah was right about the size.
Why do you want to cut them in half? I guess they won't be breaded on the outside
Right,
then.
so we're too late. And that means it's hard to flip them and stuff. So if we would have cut them in half, like Sarah recommended, I just wanted to make them like exaggerated.
I mean, they're big, but I mean, at what cost? At home, I would just cut them in half. Like, here's one, excuse me, but cut it in half and it would have been easier to flip. That's all. That's all.
The guy was like, ooh,
Yeah,
in the thumbnail, we never do that kind of stuff.
Here are our finished ones. We have one that's a little bent, but other than that, it looks fine. Do you want to salt them while they're still hot? I think a little salt. Okay.
So we're gonna fry the rest of these and then we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try them. Well, they might not be the most beautiful, okay, but they smell good. So Sarah was right. I'll say that again. I believe that they're too big. The problem is if you have to turn them, if you're shallow frying, I wouldn't suggest it.
I think
make them the size where they'll be fully submerged in the shallow fry, because that guy just dipped it in a pot of oil. He didn't have to like move it.
Yeah.
He didn't have to like flip it. That's where it goes wrong. Okay.
If we had maybe had like a smaller pot that had more taller oil in it, it would have been fine. But then again, I think when people are making content, they want it to be like crazy, like a giant mozzarella stick, you know? The at-home person, do you need a giant mozzarella stick?
We are content creators.
We are, but the people at home, I mean, the viewers at home, I think that it would be, you know, just as great, half the size. Yummy.
This one just came out of the oil and it's very scary to me. I'm not eating that one at this moment, okay? So we have some that are maybe 5 minutes out of the oil. I think they're safer to consume.
That's a weird angle, yeah.
Mmm. Mmm.
You need a giant one like this in your life? Maybe. It's Friday night.
Oh, come on. This is so good.
How's the sauce? Mmm. Better than takeout, in my opinion. Mmm. Mm. Creamy. A lot of crab in there. Mm-hmm. Way more than you would get in a regular restaurant, I think. The sauce is a little spicy, not bad. Mmm.
Not bad. It's good.
Yeah. Well,
this is good, right?
I'm at the spice level.
If you like crab rangoon and you like mozzarella sticks,
you need to try these.
This is where it's at.
A lot of bit of work. A lot of work.
A lot of bit of work.
A little bit of work.
Sarah's right. It does take a lot to dredge everything, freeze. You're doing multiple freezes with this, but let me tell you, this is really, really good.
But these are also things that we eat occasionally. You know, I'm not going to be making this every day this week, you know?
Right.
This is like a luxury item for us, you know? So this would be dinner for me. I don't need anything else actually from this. Do you?
No. You think Alex will like it?
Yeah, we have to save some for him, so. I'm glad we tried this today. I think that you can pretty much keto-fy anything if you try. Anyway, YouTube seems to think that you're going to like this video over here, so why don't you click on it and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Sarah. That's Emily. We're the Keto Twins signing out. She's too busy eating.
It's good.